For this assignment, I'm going to share about a project called Soundtrack to My Life. It is for a language arts class, and although it's appropriate for students in grades 7 through 12, my experience was with 8th grade students. Students were introduced to the project 7 weeks into the school year, and the project generally took about 2 weeks to complete. The timing of the project was important because I needed to make sure that students already had the skills they needed to complete the work, but I also wanted to make sure to do the project early on in the school year. For this project, students were asked to select 5 songs that represented significant events in their life or important periods of their life, and then write a paragraph for each song justifying its selection. Students had the freedom to select a song based on the lyrics, the tone and mood, or simply by explaining that they had heard it at a certain time in their life. The key was that they had to give the reasoning for why they selected the song. This is vital because often middle school and high school students are asked to give an answer and then explain. And it's an area that many students still struggle with. So by doing it based on songs, it was more personal to each student. Selecting the songs was the least rigorous task that students had to complete. They simply had to know how to use whatever musical system they were using, whether it was iTunes or YouTube or whatever they selected. Once their songs were selected, students needed to decide whether to use the entire song or clips of songs to place emphasis on song lyrics or melodies. Then it was time to begin writing the paragraphs that went with each song. At the beginning, students shared their Google Doc with me, so I was able to conference with them and help them with edits and suggestions. They also had access to Read and Write for Google. This extension provided additional supports for students who really struggled with the writing component. Once the writing component is completed, it is time to share their work. Students use the video conferencing system Zoom to meet with the high school mentor that has been assigned to them. They use this project as a way to kind of break the ice the first time they meet their high school mentor. They're required to share 2 songs and their justification for their selection, but from there, it's really their choice where the conversation goes. Students get to meet with their mentor in person once a month, but are able to use Zoom more frequently to keep building that relationship. This is one of my favorite projects every year. Students love it because they get to find songs and spend time sharing those with friends. I like it because students use a lot of different types of technology in different ways. They are writing and using critical thinking skills, and they're sharing things about themselves, so I get to know them better. There's also a lot of rigor and relevance in different areas. To find more details about that, please look at my attached document.